Well, hey, what are you still doing up? You can't sleep? Well, what's going on? I know. That first week back is always a little nerve-wracking, isn't it? Yeah, but you'll get used to it. You made a new friend? Well, that's so sweet. Well, I know it's tough sometimes, I know. But as the days go by, you'll kind of ease into a system and a flow, and you'll get the hang of everything, and you're going to meet all kinds of new friends and have all kinds of new opportunities, and you're going to have a good year, I can tell already. Well, I'm so proud of you. I know it's tough, but you hang in there, darling. You're going to do great. Yeah, I know it is hard to sleep right now. It's still a little bit warm outside, and our air conditioner don't work, so it's been a little tough. But we've got plenty of fans blowing, so you should be fine. Yeah, you hear all those crickets out there. We still have the cicadas and the crickets and the katydids. They're singing us a song to sleep tonight, aren't they? Well, you know what? I've got a brand new magazine that just came in the mail today. Have you ever seen this before? I love it. I love it too. You want to look at it together? That we could pick out, we could turn the pages down of some of the things that we want to buy. And we'll put an order in this week. And I think, let's see, do they still have an order form that you can send off? We have to do it all online. I was going to teach you how to send something off in the mail and put a stamp on it, but I don't think they even do that anymore, but that's okay. We can just send in the order form online if you want to. Okay. Well, let me get my glasses. I don't know where they are, but let me find them, and we'll look at this together. This is such a neat magazine. I've been taking it for years and years, and I'm so glad that you want to look at this with me. We actually got to go up to the Vermont Country Store up in Vermont. Goodness, I guess it's been about 12, nearly 15 years now. We went up there, and it was great fun. We got to see the old store and buy a few things, and got to buy some candy from the candy jars, and it was just a quaint little area that we went to. This says volume 79, number 11, and it says the purveyors of the practical and hard to find. And over 60 new items. And if you want to look at their website, you can go to vermontcountrystore.com. Let's see what they have. Oh, look at that old-timey Halloween picture with the kitty cat inside the pumpkin. It says carving pumpkins is a highlight of fall. And this store started in 1946. And it says in just a few weeks we'll be heading out in our flannel shirts, family in tow, to pick out the best, which is code for the largest pumpkin we can find in our local pumpkin patch. We'll bring it home and later on carve it into a handsome jack-o'-lantern to welcome Halloween trick-or-treaters. The truth is that pumpkin carving is not as easy as it looks. It takes a fair amount of creativity and skill to transform a pumpkin into a jack-o'-lantern. And this makes it exactly the kind of thing that appeals to kids. A messy craft project that uses dangerous tools and takes far longer than expected. What could go wrong? Believing that life is about the journey, not the destination, we put our pumpkin carving skills to the test. We start by laying out the heavy-duty oilcloth tablecloth, not even The slimiest pumpkin guts will seep through that. And then we get to work scooping out the goop, saving the seeds for roasting, and then carving the face with the triangular eyes and a nose, and finishing our masterpiece with a gap-toothed grin. No matter what, we always have lots of laughs and a good time. Of course, that's why we do it. What the jack-o'-lantern looks like doesn't matter. Despite our best efforts, if it caves in or if squirrels make a meal out of it before Halloween, we always have our ceramic lit jack-o'-lantern as a stand-in. Just plug it in and his friendly pumpkin face will cast a cheery glow. What matters most are the memories made and the time shared and the candy. Let's not forget the candy. That is so true. And this says all the treats, no tricks of the season. Ooh, treat yourself to the first flavors of fall with our spiced pumpkin walnut streusel loaf. Ooh, that makes my mouth water to think about that. That sounds so good. Spiced pumpkin walnut streusel loaf. Oh, heavens. I may have to order that. Now, I want you to look at this bubble night light with that kitty cat and the little jack-o'-lantern there. Isn't that cute? It's a pretty sweater that lady has on. That pretty background. Look, those are the same candles we have on our little counter every Halloween. Yes. You know what? I got them from here. I sure did. I got them years ago. And look at that fun mat. That would be a fun thing to have to put out every year, wouldn't it? Ooh, look at this fun candy. They have, let's see, those are mellow creams. And then they have mini bites of milk chocolate. And then these are sugared jelly plums. Oh, oh, I'd love to have these. Look at that. Light the way to Halloween. And so they've got little bubble lights, and it looks like you can sit them on a counter because they sit 8.5 inches to 9 inches tall. And they're $44.95 a piece. Which one would you have? Would you have the vampire or the ghost or the old witch? Ooh. I think I'd take that old witch. You know why? Because look at her. Her glows are orange. And I like that. I like that. That looks scarier to me than the white. So I'd pick that old witch. Whew. Oh, look at these goblin-approved gummies. Oh, isn't that pretty? Dressed in their Halloween stripes, these orange-flavored twists are a festive addition to any candy dish. Oh, that looks so good. Do you remember all the little candies that Great Mimi used to have in her candy dish at her house? Mostly at Christmas time, yeah. They were so good. And then, oh, what is this? This is a pumpkin fudge. Oh, you want to try to make some of that this year? Wouldn't that be good? So they've got pumpkin. Here's the flavors. Pumpkin, chocolate, maple walnut, chocolate walnut, panache, and chocolate peanut butter. Oh my heavens, which one do you think you like best? Yeah, I love chocolate. I love it. And there's chocolate peanut butter. Can you imagine how good that would be? Well, let's get some. Let's dog ear this. Okay, let's go back. We're gonna put the page down because we want to remember to try to get that witch. And then we're going to try to remember to get some of this fudge. Now, I wonder, do they use real pumpkin when they make pumpkin fudge? We'll have to try it out. I can't wait. Oh, look at that. Look at that pretty divinity. Isn't that? I just love to look at that. And now this, oh, that says premium filberts covered in a crystallized sugar shell. So do you know what kind of a filbert nut, what kind of a nut a filbert nut is? It's a hazelnut. It's another name for a hazelnut. That's one of my favorites too. They have all kinds of different candies to choose from here. Oh, look at that. It says it's like biting into a juicy pear made with real pear juice. Juicy pear jelly beans. That's one of my favorite flavors. Jelly Belly pear and popcorn jelly beans are my favorite. Oh, look at this. Look at that pretty hard maple candy. And they have a rich maple flavor, and they're made with 40% maple syrup. And look at these French creams. I'd like to try some of that. And more maple candy. And I think that's a pretty box. You could get that box and fill it with these different little candies too. I worked at a little place in Pigeon Forge a long time ago. It was a little gift shop, and they had little barrels of candy out all around the cash register, and we could scoop out candy and sell it to the customers. It was fun. My favorite thing that they had was these they look like raspberries and blackberries, and they tasted like them too, sort of, and they were so good. I love to eat those. Oh, malted milk balls. Those are like Whoppers. These milk chocolate pumpkins melt away in warm milk to create a creamy hot chocolate with marshmallows. But heavens, they're $16.90 for two. It's a little expensive for a drink. Pumpkin spice mini grams. I think they have pumpkin spice everything. Oh, I know. I love the summer too, but fall is fun. Fall is a nice time too. They've got chocolate-covered graham crackers, chocolate-covered raisins, turtles. And look at this. When my brother and I were little, we always wanted somebody to give these to our parents because we would sneak, because it's chocolate filled with an array of your favorite liqueurs. And we would drink that liqueur out of those little chocolates. Well, they have everything pumpkin. Check this out. They've got, look at those. Those are little petit fours. They're spice cake with cream cheese filling. We should make these, because look at that. They're $24.95, and you just get 12. So they're $2 a piece, and we could make those so easy. Do you want to try to make some tomorrow? All we have to do is get some spice cake and some cream cheese, and then we'll go over to the Hobby Lobby and get some of those little candy discs that you melt, and we'll get the orange, and then we'll get some green, and we'll put that in a little like a pastry bag, and we'll dip them, and then we'll make little green leaves. Let's do that. That'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun. Oh, and there's more petit fours. I love those. Lots of cookies. What is that? Let's see. Rugelach. 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 I wonder if that's German. And they have so many different flavors. They have apricot currant, raspberry, cinnamon, walnut, date, apple raisin, poppy seed, or you could get an assortment. Oh, they've got cheese straws and lots of nuts. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Now, look at this. Fig and raisin brown bread from Germany takes toast sandwiches to the next level. I've seen them sell something similar to that at Aldi. And oh, look at all these different pickled goods. They have pickled beets, pickled eggs, sweet dill pickled chips, pickled baby corn, sweet pepper strips, pickled mushrooms, zucchini relish, chow chow, and 4-bean salad. Oh my goodness. Which one would you choose? I like that baby corn too. And I love beets. I think I'd give me some of those pickled quail eggs. What do you think? Oh, that would be so good, wouldn't it? Date nut bread is a customer favorite. Ooh, apple loaf cake. I know it's almost time to start baking up a bunch of bread. We can have some good crispy loaves and serve it with a stew. Wouldn't that be good? Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful woven linen tablecloth? I think that is so pretty. What color do you like best? I think that butternut white would be my favorite, especially for this time of year. There's a blue willow dinnerware. I think that's so pretty too. Now here's that oilcloth that he was talking about in the front of the book. And it's kind of nice to have on a table because you can wipe things off. Whatever gets spilled, it won't stain your tablecloth because it's almost like it's got something plastic on the top of it. And it's nice to have. A little cobbler's apron. Those are handy to have. And look at that pretty harvest loaf pan. That would be pretty to bake a cake in, wouldn't it? Have it come out with all those little gourds on it and pine cones and acorns. I like that too. Well, aren't those pretty curtains? I had a chair that was covered in that kind of plaid before. It's a pretty combination of colors. The orange and green and yellow. Very nice. Rocking chair cushions. Different types of chair cushions. Oh, I have one of those. The Fuller sweeper. Remember, you've helped me use that before? Yeah, it works well, doesn't it? And here's some flannel sheets. Do you like flannel sheets? I do too. Yes, I do too. Now, Daddy doesn't like them. I have to sneak them on the bed. He doesn't like them. He says they're too hot. You have to wait till it gets good and cold before you start using them, though. Look at that beautiful bedspread with forest critters. Adorable forest critters have come to tuck you into bed with our Woodland Friends cotton quilt or standard pillow sham. How about that? Got a little owl and a fox. That would be fun to have on your bed, wouldn't it? You want me to turn that down too? Okay. We'll think about that. That's kind of expensive, but we'll think about it, okay? Here's a bunch of blankets and more sheets. More flannel sheets, plaid flannel sheets. Oh, isn't that a pretty bedspread? We've bought several bedspreads over the years from Vermont Country Store. That chenille. Yep, there's one down at the farmhouse. It's got a peacock on it. Now they've got a bunch of different pillows and mattress toppers. My goodness, that's a merino wool mattress topper. That would be very warm, wouldn't it? Wow! Wouldn't that be so fun to sleep on sheets that have the great pumpkin Charlie Brown? How about that? And they've got Thanksgiving too, so you could have the great pumpkin or Thanksgiving sheets. How about that? And they've got little drinking glasses. You want to think about getting those? Well, they're just Halloween though. We probably shouldn't buy that since they're only Halloween. I know. Well, we'll keep looking. I've seen those in some little thrift stores before, something similar, so we'll keep looking, okay? And look at those pretty towels. And some soap. Little fall towels. That would be nice to have. Lemon Up. They have shampoo, conditioner, and bath gel. And a soap and a dusting powder. I bet that smells good. This old shampoo is called Gee, Your Hair Smells Terrific. And when I was a little girl, they had it, and they had commercials on TV. And they would go up to somebody and get kind of close to their head, and they'd say, Gee, your hair smells terrific. And so anytime Lainey has good smelling hair and I go to hug her goodbye, like if she's going somewhere, I'll tell her, Gee, your hair smells terrific, and then we laugh. Silver Savior treats your skin like gold. Oh, now this is fun. Beautiful Makeup and Skincare by Tangy. This is a lot of fun because when you buy this lipstick and you put it on, it's out of the tube and out of the blusher, it's one color. But when you put it on you, it changes colors supposedly according to your body chemistry. And so when I used it, mine sort of stayed orange, but my daughter's turned a pinkish color. So it's kind of interesting how it works. Except I don't know how it works, but... Now, they've got a tangerine and jasmine perfume. Wouldn't that be good smelling? I think that would smell really nice. And they've got something if you've got a sore back. And they've got a black cherry concentrate and a hyaluronic acid concentrate, limberberry. That's so interesting. Because I use hyaluronic acid in some of my treatments in the treatment room. Cola syrup. Caffeine-free cola syrup soothes upset stomachs and tastes great too. Look at these. Got some clothes for men here. Have some corduroy pants and some walking shoes. Handsome styles for crisp days. Now that looks like a cozy shirt. Our mid-weight flannel shirts are season-to-season favorites, available in 3 houndstooth designs. Shannon Woolen Mills Irish Knitwear. Look at those night shirts, flannel night shirts. Now you'd have to live in a really cold place to sleep in one of those at night. I don't think we could sleep in them around here, could we? Doesn't get quite cold enough. Those are pretty slippers, or nice looking, I should say. They look cozy. Fresh prints and colorful solids. All sorts of different little dresses, different tops and pants. Got some skirts, some more little dresses, a little corduroy, little shirt and a pair of pants. It's a cute little jumper and a turtleneck. I had an outfit like that when I was a little girl. It was perfect to wear on a fall day. Oh, those are cute jackets, those plaid flannel jackets. Yeah, they've got the navy, teal, purple, and terracotta plaid. I think I would choose the navy. Very cute. Look at that ombre top. Irish sweater collection. I bought an Irish sweater 2 years ago. I love it. It's beautiful. Well, there's some underwear. If you need a bra or some drawers, they got you covered, it looks like. And covered well, because those are big. Those are granny panties right there. Got you some pantyhose and some more slippers. Cozy socks. To just get yourself outfitted with everything you need and nothing you don't out of here. And there's a chenille robe. That looks cozy. There used to be a show on TV called Everybody Loves Raymond, and Raymond's wife, Deborah, had a chenille robe that she would wear often on the show. She must have got it from this magazine. Now that looks cozy. That's a robe and a bed jacket. And I think that zips. That would be cozy to wear, wouldn't it? Let's fold that down. Maybe that'll be a Christmas present, you know? Oh, look at this brand, Lance of Salzburg. I have bought many of these gowns over the years. And I even bought one that looks like that for my daughter. And we still have it upstairs in the attic. It was pink, though. I want to say that this is in Pennsylvania. It comes from Pennsylvania. I may be wrong about that, but I think that's where they originate from. Now, these Eileen West nightgowns are very comfortable if you get a short one. I don't like to wear nightgowns that are too long because they get wrapped around your legs. I move around too much, so I have to have a short one. And there's just some whole pajamas. I can't wear those. That's too much. I never have been able to wear big pajamas like that. Have you? No? And here's some more robes and flannel sleepwear. Like I said, they just have a little bit of everything, don't they? Oh, and here we are at the last page. And look at that tablecloth. That's black and orange. That's perfect for fall and the Halloween season, isn't it? Yeah. What do you think? You can go to sleep now? You getting sleepy? Well, good. Well, I'm glad you sat and looked through this with me. Now we've got some ideas of things we can make and things that maybe we can buy later. We're just going to have a good fall, aren't we? Yes, we are. All right, sweetheart. Nighty night. I'll see you next time.